Bess barely asked about the break-in. She seemed more focused on your fight with Dennis.
I'm on top of the suspect list. Or at least I would be if I was her.
Bess said I should call her if I found you. She believes you're dangerous. You were right back at the Basswood Jungle. I think we're on our own.
They'll try to arrest me now. We have to find Dickie. I can't let Joan down.
I'm sure Dickie's still there. He had no other place to go.
What are you two doing? The longer you run from the police, the worse it'll be when they catch up with you. Explain. That makes sense.
The Cove is a wonderful place. A sort of commune. Lynette, who runs it, she lets anyone in who follows her rules. No real questions asked. It's mostly filled with desperate people, though. Recovering junkies, ex-gang members, and you'll need to be extra careful. Some of them used to work at the mine.
Ou seja,
So, how should we handle
já tá
finding Dickie?
fudido só por causa disso.
I don't have any great ideas, but I know I'll do what I have to do.
At least we're equally clueless. There's comfort in that.
Yeah. I hate feeling like the only one in the dark. The dark isn't as spooky when someone else is with you.
We just need to be careful and look out for each other.
This town has like 17 people in it. You've met the killer. I'm not saying you have to run and hide. Just be careful. That's enough.
What's enough?
Enough of a plan. I think we have enough of a plan.
Do we? I just get so angry that someone did this. Killed my friends, invaded my home. It's the worst feeling. Like part of my soul has been stolen. We need to find out who did this. I need to take back from them what they took. I need to find some small piece of feeling safe again, if that even makes any sense.
Letting that despair break you down? That's how whoever did all this wins. Hiding crime behind tragedy. We have to stay clear-headed to see through it.
Yeah, you're right, I think. Then I think something else 10 seconds later.
Because you've got this. Easy. Look at you. So together. You got so drunk, you've forgotten anything that could have been remotely useful. Your friends are turning up dead. You're getting brained by burglars. And now we're riding straight into the back roads with no backup. You're afraid to let things go. Maybe she'd be lucky if she never saw you again.
Are you still with me?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're just gonna keep telling me off? Disregard my advice? Well, if you think you know better, Sam, no reason for me to linger.
Eu não devia ter ouvido ele.
Enjoy your little investigation without me, Sam. Don't get us killed, okay?
Eu não devia
Here.
ter...
This is the
Ela
Cove.
deve ter falado alguma coisa importante.
Get your head on straight. The Cove. We're here.
Right. Right.
Nossa, o que ele tem de bonito tem de chato, irritante. E eu vi ele que eu achei que o que ele tava falando era importante, só que ele fala muito e ele não presta atenção nas coisas, porque ele fala demais.
You sure you want to keep going?
Não.
Not really, but it's not like I have much of a choice.
Sam, if you need to take a moment.
No, let's do this.
Who the hell are you? Anna, what are you doing here?
Tyler, you look healthy.
You ain't the only one surprised I'm still alive. Who's the narc?
I'm Sam.
Was I talking to you?
This is Sam. He's a friend.
Yeah, lucky for him or I'd have thrown his ass out already. So what are you two here for?
It's a long story.
We'd like to have a word with Dickie. Have you seen him?
What'd he do now? Look, just talk to Lynette. She makes the calls on her land.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah, I know.
Eu só vou deixar ela falar, tá louco?
Is he always like this?
He's pretty much the gatekeeper around here. Interviewed him last time I came by. I'm gonna talk to Lynette. She's kind of in charge.
Kind
I'll
of,
go see
no.
what I can find.
Okay, but be careful. People only end up here if they have nothing left to lose.
Lini Nogueira, muito obrigada pelo sub! Seja muito bem-vinde! Manda amor, chato! Desconhecida.
She looks like she's used to fending for herself.
Ai, que susto!
Watch it. The place is full of wood shavings.
Why do you have an open flame?
I don't remember asking for your opinion.
Fair enough.
I'm Kayla. What do you want?
You seem to enjoy wood sculptures.
You'd have to be an idiot not to. You're creating something out of nothing and then turning it into something else? That's as close to real magic as we can get. So, you gonna tell me what you're here for?
I'm looking for a guy named Dickie.
Don't know where he is and don't care. He might be off with his stupid quad bike thing for all I know.
Quad bike thing?
Loud, goes off-road, has 4 wheels, makes you look like an asshole.
Só fez um barulhão, olha
Occasionally
aí.
leaks gasoline and would have burned down the whole camp. Tyler didn't save his sorry ass with his fire extinguisher.
Well, I'll see you around.
I don't feel like you have to.
Dickie must have one of those off-road quads. He could still be here right now. I need more info to figure out
Nossa, tô
where
entrando na
Dickie
casa
is.
dela, gente. Tô entrando aqui no cantinho dela. E eu continuo entrando, né? E vendo tudo. Eu vou ver esse aqui. Possível esconderijo. Facas de caça. Melhor não topar com o dono dela. Carta. Caro senhor Reynolds, lamento informá-lo que a Neil Virginia Nanda declarou falência conforme série de processos e multas de alto custo que ocasionaram situação financeira irrecuperável. Ixi, ele era da Carvoneiro. Todos os pagamentos pendentes, incluindo dias de ausência devido a problemas de saúde, ainda serão realizados. Será possível pedir indenização. Ou seja, ele perdeu o emprego por minha culpa.
Makeshift ashtray. Probably keeps down on fire risks. Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts. Now that's a man that wants to be left alone.
Poxa, é pra eu falar com ele ou não? Eu vou evitar, então, falar com ele. Eu não quero treta.
They seem pretty proud of this place. Not what I was expecting.
Acho que eu tenho que falar com ele, sim. Sofá de segunda mão.
Tyler, right?
Jackass, right?
Some people call me that, yeah.
Huh. I'll bet.
How do you end up in a place like this?
None of your goddamn business.
How did you and Anna meet? You're not the type she normally hangs out with.
Maybe you're not the type she normally hangs out with. You ever consider that?
Trust me, I have. Just tell me where Dickie is and I'll leave.
Either that or you'll leave when I break your face. Look, Anna's a friend. She spent some time down here with us to do that interview thing. told my story, did good by me. By us. And that guy that came after her, Nick, he's solid. Came down here 3 or 4 times. Taught me a great recipe for bass. But you're just some asshole. Dickie's one of ours. Don't think you're getting anywhere near his trailer. So beat it before I break your knees.
Eita caralho.
The clock's ticking. Cops will start looking for me soon. So Dickie is in one of the trailers. That narrows down my search. I'm getting there. Just need a bit more info to close in on Dickie. Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
Mano, deixa eu falar com esse cara aqui, vai, foda-se.
What's up? You a friend of Kayla's or something? Name's JR. Wait. You're that fucking reporter.
Sabia.
I was.
Fucking up everyone's lives. That's a real talent.
Former miner.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Just here to ask a couple of questions.
Do I look like a fucking tour guide? You keep bothering me, and I'm gonna stop being nice.
Deixa ele, é. Ai não, deixa eu ver pra cá, vai.
I need to find out where Dickie's hiding. He's here
Não
somewhere.
é pra cá. Não é pra cá. Pode ser ali em cima. Ah, mas ele anda tão rápido, né? Meu Deus do céu, que lentidão.
Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts. She fits right in. Anna always fits right in.
Você tá apaixonadinho nela.
And it was going well. It's just, I don't know, hard.
It doesn't get easier.
Oh, this is Sam. He's a friend.
We used to date.
That much is painfully obvious.
Is it?
Yeah, it kind of is.
I'm Lynette. What are you here for, Sam?
I read the article Anna wrote about you and this place.
Wait, you read it? When?
Nick's fishing shack.
Oh.
You never have any trouble with anyone. No one takes advantage.
As long as they can follow a few simple rules. Even if Dickie lives on the fringe of our community, he is one of us. All he wants is to be left alone. I would think you, of all people, would understand.
What led you to create this community?
I found there were souls in need of help after the mine closed. The world is a cruel place. We all need a touch of kindness in our lives.
You're definitely that, Lynette.
Thank you, my dear. But don't sell yourself short. Your article brought Kayla here, and even some generous donations have come in. Did you get your answer, Sam?
What kind of donations?
Food and clothes, mostly. But jobs are hard to come by these days. We must rely on the kindness of others, even if their kindness comes and goes in waves.
Tyler said Nick came here before. What did he want?
He took an interest in my people. He wanted to know their stories.
Such as?
Sam. Well, The long, sad stories most people do not want to hear. We all stumble during our lives. Knowing how we fall and how some make it out can provide guidance for the future, don't you think?
All right. I appreciate you
Eu vou
answering my
perguntar dos
question.
opioides pra ela.
Of course. We have nothing to hide.
I'll go now. Thanks for indulging me.
Naturally.
So Dickie lives here, but his place should be isolated from the others. I know enough to make an educated guess. Dickie's gotta be in one of these places.
Vou chegar nela e falar assim, não, mas o Nick perguntou dos opioides pra você?
I need to find out where Dickie's hiding. He's here somewhere.
Porra. Será que é ali na direita? Ih!
Quad. Isolated. Someone lives here. That's where Dickie's hiding. Time to pay him a visit.
Como é que eu subo ali?
I only know you by reputation, and what I know I don't like. You don't get to just gallivant around here however you damn well please. So back the hell off, or I will fuck you up.
Hey, I don't want any trouble, just... sorry.
I should kick your ass out of principle.
Hey, man, this guy ain't worth it. Just forget him. But if he doesn't get the message soon, I'll help you work him over.
Got it. Got it. I'm gonna get past these two if I want to reach Dickie. I need to get them to look away from
O
his
melhor
camp.
é... Ai, porque as pessoas não ajudam. A bondade é igual uma onda. Ela vem como ela vai. Olha como é a bondade desse pessoal
If their
também.
backs turned to me, but I still need a place to hide. They'd suspect me right away. Cabin stands right in the middle of the camp, far enough from everyone for them to not notice me. Close enough to reach Dickie before they come back. It'd be my best shot. I have a plan. All that remains is to figure out the details.
Amigo, desculpa, eu tava espirrando. Eu não entendi muito bem. Como é que eu faço pra ficar pensando aqui que eu não sei? O que eu tenho que fazer, gente? Eu tava...
If they're in a panic, they might not see me hiding under this. Shovel, hose, bucket. Nothing useful, but there's enough room to hide in here. It's deep enough. Could squeeze in here.
Preciso fazer xixi, gente. Preciso fazer um xixi, eu não tô aguentando. Peraí. Olha só quem tá aqui comigo. Meu filho. Deita aí, vai. Deita na cama, meu amor. Meu filho. Deitou na cama, bem bonitinho. Deixa eu ver. Cadê? Ignora a minha blusa do pijama que tá aqui em cima. Remy! Remy! Foi embora. Deixou a mãe sozinha. Deixou a mãe sozinha, filho. Esse quer sair, meu amor. Meu bundudo, vai lá. gato bundudo, mano. O Remy tem mó bundona. Descubra jeito de criar distração. Vamos ver. Não, já vi isso.
Makeshift ashtray. Probably keeps down on fire risks.
Esqueci de botar pra gravar, cacete. Tá, vamos descobrir aqui. Ui.
Kayla
É irmã
had a
do
family
Ethan!
missing. Wonder how long it's been since she saw him.
Ela é irmã do Ethan do bar! Meu Deus, meu Deus, meu Deus.
With all the flammable lacquer and varnish, this thing catching fire is sure to divert attention. It's out of the way, so no one should get hurt, but there will be lots of chaos. I just need to work out the exact details.
Coitada.
It won't take long for the fire to reach those, and when it does, they'll go up in flames in a second. Need to account for that. The statue will be collateral damage once the fire spreads. No other option. These shavings would be perfect kindling.
Coitada, vai destruir todo o trabalho dela. Gente, mas tudo aqui é
If I
propício
lit the
pra...
wood shavings, the varnish on the statue would catch fire. Varnish. Can's empty. Probably used on that statue. Very flammable stuff. I can get the fire going, but it won't do any good if they put it out right away. I need to check for ways they could put it out. The fire needs to burn long enough to distract, but small enough to be manageable. Don't want to see the whole place go up in flames.
É. Como eles vão fazer pra apagar? Com a mangueira dela aqui.
If I sabotage Lynette's old hose, she'll have to find something else to put the fire out with.
Como você vai sabotar o negócio, homem? Cara, não tem pia aqui, não? Não tem pia aqui, não? Aonde deve ser? Ué. Como que vai sabotar o negócio? Eu não entendi nada. Eu não entendi. Como que eu vou sabotar esse negócio, gente? Eu não consigo ler. Grelha de churrasco. Ah. Ah, vai cagar, mano. Parece muito antigo. Ai. Gente, que difícil. O que eu posso fazer pra eles não apagarem o fogo rápido? Tipo... Isso aqui tem a ver com alguma coisa? Não, um negócio inflamável do... Ai, nossa, incrível.
I saw a fire extinguisher in here earlier. If Tyler gets it, the fire might not burn long enough for me to reach Dickie. If I hid Tyler's keys, it'd take him longer to get the fire extinguisher from his trunk.
Meu anjo, e
I've got
cadê?
everything I need, but I won't be able to do it by myself. I need Anna's help.
Não era mais fácil a Ana ir falar com o Dick? Pra não ter que pegar fogo em tudo. A Ana não vai querer concordar em tacar fogo aqui?
Hey, Anna, can I have a quick sidebar? I found him.
Where?
The goon squad won't let me near it.
Lynette isn't gonna be any better. They look after their own.
I can get there, but I'll need your help.
What exactly are you planning?
Eu tô pensando, assim, em tacar fogo.
Distraction to get to Dickie. Setting the bear statue outside Kayla's tent on fire would work, but it's critical I wait for Anna to act first, or I won't have enough time. Then I can use a match to ignite the splinters and get the fire started. I'll have to get out of there before Lynette and Kayla can close in on me. After that, I'll hide in the cabin. Tyler and JR will leave to put the fire out. It'll give me a window of opportunity to run to Dickie's trailer unnoticed.
Extintor de incêndio.
Tyler will immediately run to his van to get the fire extinguisher. If he does get it, the fire won't burn for long. First step. The statue goes up in flames. This'll get everyone's attention.
Antes, o que Ana deveria fazer? Esconder as chaves da van. Sim. Fim. Quando sair? Quando estiver só. Depois do JR. O último a ajudar. Onde se esconder? Eu acho que o armário... Quer dizer, atrás da cortina é melhor. Atrás da cortina é melhor. Eu acho que ela tem que sabotar a mangueira, esconder as chaves. Esconder as chaves. Melhor se esconder a chave.
Lynette will go for her hose. She's right next to it. Definitely a problem.
Eu acho melhor ela esconder a chave da van, porque vai ser mais rápido ele pegar o negócio da van do que ela pegar a mangueira. Vai demorar mais pra apagar o fogo. Eu vou me esconder atrás da cortina. E eu vou sair quando estiver só, quando o fogo queimar. Depois o JR, o último, ajudar. Vamos ver o que vai acontecer. Ó, ele botou fogo, saiu correndo, se escondeu. Olha o fogo, olha o fogo! Corre pra ajudar, corre pra ajudar! Me escondi. Saiu correndo pra ajudar, saiu correndo pra ajudar. Saiu correndo pra ajudar. Não conseguiu. Não conseguiu. Ele foi. Aí ele vai. Vamos ver quando estiver só. Fogo, 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 fogo. Tá. Sai correndo, sai correndo, sai correndo. Vai pra trás da cortina, vai pra trás da cortina. Fogo, fogo, fogo. Olha o fogo ali. Eu vou até a minha van. Oh, meu Deus, está trancado. Então, pelo jeito é A, né? Botei fogo. A Ana voltou. Ah, meu Deus, fogo, fogo. Foi no fogo. Saiu correndo. Vai pra trás da cortina. Pegou a mangueira. Tyler, pega seu extintor. Oh, belezinha. Tyler volta, volta, volta. Anda, anda, anda. Corre, 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 corre. Foi lá. Pegou o extintor, foi lá. Aí ele sai correndo. Tô fazendo alguma coisa errada. Vamos mudar alguma coisa, então. Vamos mudar isso aqui. Sabota a mangueira, vamos ver. Acendeu o fogo, sabotou a mangueira. Ei, corre lá, corre lá. Corre lá, foi. Foi. Foi pegar a mangueira. Se escondeu ali. Tyler, pega o extintor. O Tyler vai pegar o extintor. Ele vai apagar rápido. Eu nem vi se deu certo. Puta que pariu. Fogo, fogo, fogo. Vai na mangueira. Mangueira quebrada. O Tyler vem. Aí ela vem pegar a mangueira. Ah, por isso que eu não conseguia ficar escondida ali. Por isso que eu não conseguia ficar escondido ali. Porque ela abre pra pegar a mangueira. Help, help. Tá, ele sai correndo e se esconde aqui dentro. Eu fico imaginando ele meia hora assim, ó. Enquanto tudo acontece, ele assim. Só pensando nas possibilidades. Pegou, foi, correu, correu, correu. O cara veio ajudar também, ela foi. Ele saiu andando. E ninguém viu ele. E ninguém viu ele. Perfeito. Belezinha.
That'll do it. No one will see me get to Dickie. I need to time everything carefully. I'll only get one shot.
Ah, isso me deixa bem tranquila.
You'll have to be cautious. I need you to sabotage the water hose. Unscrew the cap where it attaches so there's no pressure.
Okay, but why?
Do you trust me?
Yes.
Then trust me.
Fica mais tempo aí, só pra você ser visto mesmo.
Someone help! It's burning everything! Help! Something's wrong with the hose. I'm not getting any pressure.
I'll be right there. Just hold on.
Hurry! Hurry! My hair is burning! Caleb, calm down. It'll be okay. I worked so hard on it.
Coitada. Todo mundo lá apagando fogo.
Shit! What
Filho
the
da
hell?
putinha! Filho da
You look
putinha!
confused. We need to talk.
Oh no, look. I'm real sorry I clocked you and shit.
Clock me? You were the one that broke into Anna's house. You took something from Nick's computer. What was it? Where is it?
I didn't know what was gonna happen, man, I swear. I'm a nobody, all right? I'm just a guy trying to get by, that's all. I just want to take care of my moms and live life, man. And I've been trying to find a way out all my life. I just agreed to talk to him, but just like a quote or something. I didn't know he was gonna put so much together.
I don't have time. What did you steal?
His notes about his article, about the dealing and the drugs and names of dealers and sellers, buyers, everything. I had to or I was gonna be next. You gotta believe me.
What'd you do with them? Where are they?
I don't have them, man. I left the stick at the dead drop up at Makeout Point. He'll pick it up soon, and then it's done. No proof, nothing.
Who's coming for it? Tell me who's coming for it.
My boss, Declan. His name is Declan.
Declan?
You're a cop. You know him, everyone knows him. Oh man, I'm totally fucked now. When he hears I snitched again, I'm fucking done.
O policial!
Shut up!
Are you saying he's involved in Nick's death? Tell me.
Come on. Just let me go. Please, I already told you everything. No, just let me go, all right? I really gotta leave town before he finds me. I'm begging you, man. Let me go. Let me go.
Deixa ele ir, caralho.
Help! Anyone! Help me!
Shut up!
Hey, asswipe!
Should've known. Damn firebug.
I'm gonna kick the shit out of you.
Sam, we have to get out of here.
Shut up. Your ass ain't any better. You brought him here.
You had this coming.
I can explain.
Oh, you'll explain all right. Someone give me my rifle.
We're leaving.
God damn it, woman!
Gente, aquele policial do começo! Eu não tô acreditando que gritou com a menina no bar. Moleque, como assim?
It doesn't make any sense. None of it does. Why would Declan do that? He was always a stand-up cop. Now he's a crime boss?
No time to think about it. Right now, we need to get to that dead drop. Nick probably gathered enough evidence to reveal what Declan was up to. Our word against his won't cut it. That stick is the only way we'll take him down.
Or maybe you could just stay out of this? Declan's trying to save his skin. If you go against him on that promontory, he'll be trapped in a corner. This isn't a game.
No one else is gonna die.
You can't promise that. It's unfair to think you can.
Eu não vou ficar
You
escutando
don't know
meu
what's gonna happen. I don't
irmão
either.
aí da cabeça, sei lá quem é esse homem.
But we're the only ones who could possibly bring some closure to these murders. Just control yourself, okay? The fire worked, but people could have gotten hurt. Sam, I know it's been a rough day, but you're freaking me out. Stop zoning out. We're just about there, and I need you to help me figure out our next steps.
Next steps? At a place where someone might put a bullet through your head. No, stop it.
I'm not doing anything.
Other than trying to save your life, you're not thinking clearly.
What are you looking at?
You're focused on finding the facts and not focused on the very real dangers.
You need to focus on the road, not on whatever daydream you're lost in.
Just stop. You're the one that needs to stop.
Sam, you're going too fast. You need to stop.
Leave me alone. Sam, stop it. Sam,
Sam,
stop!
there's a turn.
Stop!
Stop! Sam, stop! Stop! Stop the car! Sam,
O que tá acontecendo
really
isso?
got us killed.
Quer dizer, o que tá acontecendo com ele?
I need a moment.
Take your moment, but make it quick. We're already at the promontory. We need to find that dead drop before Declan gets here.
Tá tendo ataque de pânico de novo?
We need to talk. Yes, Sam, it's time. What's happening? Sam, I can't. Where are you going? Get back here. I'm trying, but it's not working. No! Losing control of my own mind.
Ai, caralho.
Where are you?
Peraí, deixa eu pôr água primeiro. Calma lá, bonitão. Calma lá. Tô com cedo.
Can you hear me?
Nossa, ele tá andando rápido.
Can you even hear me?
Fine. I'll come to you.
Exit.
What? I got a feeling I'm not gonna like this.
Ai, tem um negócio aqui. Será que é da pipoca que eu comi ontem? Porra.
Okay, do not freak out. You've been through this before. Ugh, I'm back in the same room again. There's got to be a logic to this place. Ugh, doing this over and over isn't gonna get me anywhere. Stick to the fundamentals. Breathe. Focus. You can make it out. It still keeps going. It feels like I'm trapped in a maze. The question is, where does it lead? There you are. You and I need to talk. What? What's happening?
Oxe, eu lá vou saber.
Remember the facts, Sam. That's how you'll get through this. I'm losing control of my own mind again. I'm almost making it a habit. At least I'm not being chased this time. Right?
Shhh, não fala isso. Não fala isso. Tudo pode piorar.
Wonder what's in store for me now.
Oxi.
And I'm back to square one.
Tá, eu vou nessa aqui.
I'm always starting from the same position and looking at the same door. Maybe it's not about which door I go through so much as which door I choose.
Eu sei, meu anjo. Agora tá diferente. Tem só uma aqui na frente.
Always tackle a problem head on.
Ah, é sempre
Of
de
course.
trás. Ah, entendi.
There's no running away from it.
Talvez ele tenha que voltar um pouco para entender o que aconteceu.
When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions.
O assassinato do Dennis, lutou contra, tirou sem chance. Coitado do Dennis. Ah, ele atira no Dennis. Ah, aqui é ele batendo. Coitado, Dennis levou uma surra. Dennis.
It can, but it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way.
É a Ana, eu, o Dennis, o Walter, a Tara e o Nick. Nossa, o Nick era bonitão. Ele era bem bonito. Que medo desse negócio balançando. Fico pensando, ele tá assim, ó, olhando no carro. Ah, mano, ele podia correr. Jukebox.
I don't need that right now. Just give me a break. I give up.
Que medo.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
O que ele queria contar pra ele? Invasão domiciliar. Acho que ele tá tentando entender as coisas.
You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious.
They both deserve to be happy. Is that?
Uma tartaruga?
Your mother told me what happened. I know she's always pushing you to make friends.
Yeah.
Well, she's just afraid you'll end up alone. She doesn't want you to be unhappy.
Is she happy?
Not always. I'm not always happy either. Being happy isn't everything. I'd say it's more important to find out who you want to be than to be happy. Here, I brought you something.
It's so clear. I can see it all at once.
That's what gives it strength. It has nothing to hide. It can see itself for what it really is. And that lets it see everything. It's not a flaw. It's a gift. Like a superpower, you know? When the world is a storm, you stand calm at the center.
No. I need to have a real talk with myself. Where are you?
Coisa louca.
Follow me.
Gente, o que tá acontecendo?
What? Which one are you? Sam! 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 Where are you? Sam! Sam! Follow me!
Ai!
Follow me!
Oxe, mas tu sumiu?
Sam! Come with me! Sam! Sam, where are you?
Eu não sei o que eu tenho que fazer.
Sam! Sam! Follow me. You and me, Sam, we can do this.
Eu não sei se é ele me chamando ou se eu tô chamando ele. Não, ele não chama Sam. É ele, né? Seu filho da puta. Você sumiu, caralho.
Sam, come with me. Sam, come with me.
Vou reto.
Sam, come with me.
Gente, eu tô fazendo errado? Alguém sabe aí? Porque assim...
Follow me.
Ó, ele esbarra em mim até...
Sam, come with me. Sam, come with me.
Come with me.
Sam, come with me.
Ah, vai pra puta que pariu.
Follow me.
Conseguindo quem? Minha avó?
You and me, Sam, we can do this.
Ah, vai se foder.
Sam, come with me.
Não vou.
Sam, come with me.
Gente. Que eu... Achei que eu já estava na reta final, na estrada que leva às respostas e explicações. Em vez disso, me perdi. Meu palácio mental foi estilhaçado e eu não consigo achar meu caminho. Agora eu preciso procurar uma saída.
Follow me.
Me empurra, me empurra.
Follow me.
O foda é que ele desaparece do nada. Olha, ele sempre desaparece pra cá.
Follow me.
Amigo, você tá muito louco.
You and me, Sam, we can do this. Follow me.
Ai, caralho, gente. Eu só não segui o caminho que eu tava fazendo. É o quê?
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring.
Ela falou com essa entonação mesmo?
Quick, toss the ring. Make a joke. If you don't manage to save face, it's over. Listen to her. Sometimes there's not a right thing to say.
Não é ele, não.
Tell her you want this. Be forward. She'll reconsider. If you don't, it's over.
Ele é o primeiro. Ah!
Haha, you fell for it. I got that out of a toy machine in front of the pharmacy.
Oh, Sam.
Não era ele? Não era ele?
Listen to her. Sometimes
É
there's not a
verdade.
right thing to say.
Esse aqui é ele. Errei.
I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
É, foi isso que ele falou até.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to fix things.
Sam, did you really think doing something neither of us wanted would fix anything?
Fofo. Lindo, perfeito.
Don't leave, Muley. I don't have a lot of friends. No one at school talks to me, and you promised.
Promise her that you'll be back. She'll like that. Apologize. She's a kid, Sam. She wouldn't get it. Just say you're really sorry. Explain yourself to her. Or try to. As best you can. She deserves that.
Não.
Apologize. She's a kid, Sam. She wouldn't get it. Just say you're really sorry.
Parece mais ele.
It's not up to me. I'd stay with you if I could. I'm sorry. Forgive me, please.
Why are you lying? I know you want to leave. What happened to you, Millie?
Nossa, ela fala como se tivesse 20 anos.
I hope you never come back.
Não é ele. É você?
Hey, Bug. I'm gonna come back. Sooner rather than later.
Eu acho que eu não
You'll see
conheço
me again before you
o
even
cara
know
da
it.
minha cabeça, não.
We'll go fishing.
Yeah, sure. I'm not stupid, you know.
Gente, eu não conheço o cara mesmo que mora na minha cabeça, porque eu não, claramente não sei que resposta ele falaria pra mim.
It's not you, Bug. It's this town. It's Anna. It hurts and I can't
Não faço
stay.
ideia o que o meu amigão ali vai falar.
That is my fault.
I know, but I still have to go.
It's not fair. I understand, but it's
not fair.
I guess you finally win for once.
Lindo, perfeito. Ai, caralho. Eu vou errar tudo.
You're leaving town just like that. Not even an explanation for an old friend.
Tell him the reasons. Give him a few and he'll be fine. Apologize. He wants to know it's not his fault. Maybe tell him you'll call. He cares. Tell him how much you hurt. Everyone in town hates me. I think Anna hates me. I think I hate me.
Nossa, o Nick era
I have to get
bonitão,
away
hein?
from this place or I'm gonna die here. Inside at least.
I get it. Just know I've always got your back, no matter where you go.
Ah, acertei um. Pelo menos um.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but he's your son.
Gente.
I know the real you is here. The rest are just illusions. I have to focus.
Ué, nenhum tem negócio, mas ele tem.
They just want to put useless labels on him.
Seria o único que tá igual, né? Obviamente é esse aqui.
Could be good for him.
Não. Parece. Tá, isso não é. Ah, claramente não é. O cara.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but he's your son.
I said this conversation was over.
He's not having a good time at school. He has trouble socializing.
What does that even mean? He's having some trouble making friends, that's all.
He's always talking to himself, to his imaginary friend.
I had one at his age.
Yet you had real friends. He talks to himself more than he talks to other people. You should consider what the one teacher mentioned.
He doesn't need remedial classes. They just want to put useless labels on him.
They're not remedial. They're programs meant to help him with his social skills. It could be good for him.
My son is not going to be in some dunce class.
You were there when no one else was. And you've been there every step I've taken since.
Bonitinho, que fofinho que ele era.
I'm ready.
O que vai acontecer? O que vai acontecer? E a Ana só esperando. Ave Maria, que medo! Minha Nossa Senhora. Ué. Gente, ele é um pouco doidinho. Isso tá subindo a impressão? Tá. Ele tá andando na água. Meu Deus, ele tá andando na água.
Hey. Hey. It's been a long road. I think it was always coming here. You know? You've opened yourself up a lot more than I expected. Especially to Joan and Anna. You're finally back on the right path. I believe some of the credit is mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my best with what I have. I'd say we've had a good thing going. It was tough, but you made compromises. You adapted to other people. Wasn't it nice to feel accepted? We've had our moments, but they never felt authentic. I understand why you'd feel that way. The two halves of your world, they just don't mix. There's Sam, the well-adjusted human, and there's Sam, the depressed, truth-obsessed misanthrope, who doesn't realize objective reality is a subjective myth. I'll tell you what the truth is. To be happy, sometimes you need to focus on people and not things. Facts. What? They're facts, not things. And they should matter to everyone. Yeah, well, they don't. They might not even matter at all. Tell Nick that. Look, you've been helping me for a long time. Even today, without you, I would still be lost in my own head, in my own panic.
Gente.
Well, technically, that's kind of the case right now. Still, I'll take the compliment. But we both know I can't be split in two directions. I have to pick a track. Go along with me. Be a part of society. Be happy.
Boa noite.
Let things go. Accept the expectations of others. Stop pretending you're someone else. Or keep looking for a truth that may not exist and leave everyone else behind. But seeing the world for what it is, being able to make a difference, no matter the consequences. It's time. 2 roads, and you can only take one.
Ai, meu Deus! Ai, meu Deus! Calma, eu só posso ter uma coisa. Ou eu tenho meu palácio mental pra sempre, ou eu tenho ele pra me ajudar nas escolhas, é isso? Gente, mas o palácio mental me ajudou a descobrir que o meu amigo foi morto. Mas eu adoro ele, gente. Eu não quero deixar ele embora. Eita, e agora? O palácio mental é ótimo pra fazer plano. Mas ele ajuda com as pessoas. Nossa, o palácio mental é de fuder, né? É muito bom. Eu vou no banheiro, gente. Eu preciso ir no banheiro e pensar. Ai, gente, que difícil! Gente! Então, o palácio é nos acontecimentos e o carinha é nas pessoas. Ai, meu Deus. Eu tô mais inclinada a escolher o palácio mental. Mas eu não sei. Caraca, que difícil. Loli dos Lireis, muito obrigada pelos 2 meses. Manda amor, chato. O que vocês escolheriam? Fala pra eu. Rosati Arte, muito obrigada pelos 100 bitos. Sou Rosati e há 5 meses eu apareci aqui e perguntei seu personagem favorito. Bom, eu terminei, me desculpa a demora. Se não der, tenta no Rosati Arte. Beleza, eu vou tentar. Eu vou dar uma olhadinha no seu Insta. Muito obrigada pelos 100 bitos. Ai, mano, é foda. Eu fico pensando no final que poderia dar, entendeu? Sei lá. Se eu escolher ele, será que o final... Será que o final com a Ana é possível? Entendeu? Será que no final ele pode viver com a Ana? Já que ele não vai estar mais viajando. Porque cada um é pra um final, entendeu? Relaxa, eu vou estar sempre aqui. Ai, Ana. Ai, gente. Eu acho que é literalmente isso. Se ele for com o outro cara, eu acho que no final ele termina com a mina. Porque ele termina... Ele fica com a menina. Eu acho. E aqui eu acho que não. Caralho, que difícil. Que difícil. Isso não tem que ser difícil. É porque eu usei tanto isso. Eu usei mais isso do que ele. Eu ignorei muito. Só coitadinho do Sam. Ele só pensa na Ana. Como era legal com a Ana. E como a Ana e a Ana. Mas esse aqui me ajudou a bolar planos. Ai, meu Deus, eu não sei. Eu tô pensando muito. Que cu, velho. Que cu. Cu. Cada um ajuda de um jeito, sim. Eu fico pensando o que mais... Eu fico pensando é assim... E se eu escolher esse e não conseguir pegar o cara? Que matou o Nick e não sei o quê. Entendeu? Quer dizer, se eu escolher esse e eu não consigo pegar o cara no final... E só fico com a Ana. Não faz sentido, né? Não faz sentido, eu acho. Porque esse aqui, ele me ajudou muito. No final... Vai ser esse aqui, foda-se.
The truth is worth more than any of us. Damn society. Damn being happy.
Ai, merda!
But you have to be you. I'll see you around. No, you won't, Sam. But good luck.
Ele falou, damn being happy. Tadinho.
The world is an ugly place when you can really see it.
A parte de mim morreu. Ai, Carolítica.
Sam, we don't have time for this.
No cell reception. If anything happens, we're on our own.
Opa, é pra cá, né? É no primeiro lugar que eu vim?
Declan could be here already. I should be careful.
Uso de drogas e desespero após uma longa noite. E cadê a mina, caralho?
Falling off is the least of my worries right now.
Finally pull yourself out of your daze long enough to join me. I was worried about you.
It won't happen again. I'm here. 100%.
I hope so. I need you right now. So I guess this could be all of this madness coming to a close, right? Hopefully in the good way. Maybe we can bring Nick and Dennis some justice. I'm ready to see it end.
We should get back to finding those files. Any luck yet?
I can't find them anywhere. Did Dickie say where the dead drop was?
He
Na
didn't.
namoradeira.
We'll have to keep looking for it. Did you already go through that side?
I've been looking everywhere. So far, all I've found is a lot of gum under tables.
Ih, será que não era
Declan
aí?
will be here any minute. Let's hurry it up.
The dead drop
Andando
doesn't seem
rápido
to be
assim,
here.
ele vai... Nossa,
to
rapidinho ele
expose.
acha. Andando rápido desse jeito que ele anda... 2 minutinhos ele encontra.
This would be the classic choice, but no. Nothing. A precarious path out into the dark. Not a bad metaphor for my life right now. Rotten food. Probably too gross even for someone like Dickie. Nowhere to hide a USB stick here.
Não sei o que pensa.
Found it.
You did? Let me see. With this, we'll be able to put Declan behind bars.
É,
and
mas ele vai
clear
chegar
your name.
agora.
Come on.
Hold it there, boss.
Óbvio.
Declan.
Now, you two just relax.
We're here for the same reason. Now all you have to do is give me what you found in that there lockbox.
You... How could you look everyone in the eye and lie to them? You went to his wake. You drank with his friends.
Yeah. It was harder than you think.
Tell me what happened with Nick. Why did you kill him?
Same thing that happened to you. He saw an opening and jumped in it. He started asking questions, never actually thought he'd find answers. But he did. And then he kept playing with fire, so he got burned.
So that's it. You killed him because he did his job.
Don't start thinking I enjoyed doing it. It just had to be done. It was just the same as with that drunk fool Dennis. All I wanted was to see how much he knew and get him to keep his mouth shut. Turns out he knew more than he should have.
It doesn't have to end the same way this time. There's always another option.
Almost sounds like you wising up some, Higgs. Doesn't look like you're willing to take the same fall from 2 years ago. Fuck that common good shit, right?
You always seem to care about this town. Its history, its people. Why do this?
I care more about this town than anyone. I've spent my whole life protecting it. Everybody's happy to shake my hand and say how grateful they are. As soon as you turn around, they'll stab you in the back. Eventually, I realized that's how people are. The only thing left is to adapt. Help keep a lid on things. And if someone's got a profit, might as well be me. Nick and Dennis, that part wasn't supposed to happen. But here we are. And I'm done leaving behind loose ends.
You asshole!
Não! Mulher! Ai, meu Deus do céu. Ai, se eu não tivesse palácio mental.
I have to think and move fast. Stay one step ahead of Declan. I make even a single mistake, there are no second chances this time. He murdered Nick. He murdered Dennis, and he'll murder us. If I can predict his next moves, we might be able to get the upper hand. Who he is will tell me what he'll do.
Arma policial.
I could try going for his gun. Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him.
Eu só tenho correr até a arma, jogar a pedra, só tenho isso? Deixa eu ver o que devo fazer. Não vai mostrar tudo? Gente, não vai mostrar tudo?
This is dangerous. I have to weigh my options carefully. No margin for error.
Ah, é o Dennis olhando aqui.
Declan came to tie up loose ends that night.
Asshole shot me with my own gun.
There's a good chance he took it. Still has it on him.
You need to watch out.
You're no good to anyone dead.
Take it from me.
Muley, it's time to give it your all. Don't underestimate Declan.
He's stronger than he looks.
Anna's got maybe a couple of seconds tops
Before he overpowers her.
You gotta find a way to stop him, Sam.
He'll kill you both.
Mano, eu não sei se eu jogo a pedra. E se eu acertar a pedra na cabeça dela? E se eu chegar na arma e ele...
This is dangerous. I have to weigh my options carefully.
Meu
No
Deus.
margin for error.
Deixa eu ver o...
This is dangerous. I have to weigh my options carefully. No margin for error.
Acho que eu vou na arma. Vou na arma.
I could grab his gun, but that would only work if Anna keeps Declan occupied.
E deixa eu ver. Não vai dar tempo. Foda-se,
I could
vai
grab his
essa
gun,
mesmo.
but that would only work if Anna keeps Declan occupied.
Foda, eu vou usar todo o tempo que eu tenho. Vou usar todo o tempo que eu tenho. Eu vou usar todo o tempo que eu tenho.
Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him.
Vai, joga a porra da pedra. Ele acertou ela?
Declan can't see me. I have to use this to my advantage. I should
No.
strike him on his blind side and use the element of surprise. But that'll only work if I can predict what he'll do next. Think, Sam. Anna's safe for now. I need to keep it up.
You know Declan's killed 2 people already.
Put them in the dirt.
But he kills for reasons, yeah?
He wants to destroy the evidence.
And since your girlfriend has it,
You better act fast, man.
Uhum.
You don't have to fight, just leave. None of this has to ever hurt you again. I'm done running.
Será que eu vou morrer? O que ele vai fazer?
If I can predict Declan's next action, I'll have a chance to get the jump on him.
O que ele fará a seguir? Eu lá vou saber? Eu não acho que ele vai correndo nela. Ou ele pode... Não, ele tá com 2 armas. Eu não acho que ele vai correndo nela.
Declan might go for his gun.
É, então. Mas ele já tem uma. Só se ele for correndo pegar.
That man is a monster. And he'll
Kill you and my little girl as soon as spit.
But he ain't dumb. If he uses his service gun,
it'd be traced back to him.
Sim.
And he's been covering his
tracks so far.
Ele não vai usar essa arma aí. Ele pode pegar só pra ninguém pegar. Mas ele não vai usar essa.
Declan might attack me now.
O que eu acho que ele vai fazer? Eu acho que ele vai por aqui, pela frente. Eu acho que ele vai...
If I can predict Declan's next action, I'll have a chance to get the jump on him.
Eu acho que ele vai tentar pegar o Sam. Eu não imaginei que ele iria por aqui. Eu não acho que ele vai até a arma. Eu acho que ele vai atacar o Sam.
If Declan heads this way, I should wait here and ambush him.
Deixa eu ver a outra opção. Você tá maluco? Ainda bem que eu escolhi essa.
If Declan tries to get his gun, he won't see an attack from the left.
Mas ele tá... Mas o caso é, se ele for atacar você, você vai emboscar ele. E dá tempo dela pegar a arma. Se ele for pegar a arma, não faz sentido ele pegar a arma. Ou faz? Ai, gente, que difícil. Como é que muda a opção aqui? Eu acho que ele vai atacar o Sam.
If Declan heads this way, I should wait here and ambush him.
Rodney, your boyfriend's smarter than he looks. Now give me that.
No. Eu acabei de matar ela, não acredito. Não! Gente, eu não acredito. Porra! Meu, coitada dela.
If I don't do something, we're dead.
É.
But if I do the wrong thing...
Você já fez. Eu vou um tiro no bucho. Mano, mas que cara ruim da porra.
Stay focused. Account for all the elements at play here.
Eu sou burra, é difícil. Eu sou burra, caralho. Burra.
Hannah's been shot. I have to take out Declan and fast. No more. I could rush him and try and take his gun out of the equation. I could try calling for help.
Você tá me zoando, né?
I could get behind cover.
Sim.
Anna's
It's really hurt.
That ugly yellow phone may be the only way
To get her help quickly enough.
That big jerk's not stupid.
We'll probably keep an eye on that phone.
Mas ele não tem como ele ligar agora. Não tem como ele ligar agora pro negócio.
Anna's been shot. I need to help her, and fast. No more mistakes, Sam.
You have to save Anna.
We dragged her into this mess.
I dragged her
into this mess.
If you could distract Declan,
Anna might have time
to get the gun.
Foi o que eu pensei.
Eyes on you, Sam.
Eu pensei em me esconder aqui, ó. Não sei. O que devo fazer? Olhar, tentar pedir ajuda. Não vai dar pra pedir ajuda, meu anjo. Não vai dar. Ele tá aqui, eu vou correndo ali, ele vai atirar em mim. Tentar mover a arma pra longe e esquivar para trás da árvore. E aí, gente? Muito difícil. Acho melhor ele se esquivar atrás da árvore. Ana, pelo amor de Deus, mulher. Eu sei que tu tá avaliada, mas corre, minha filha. Pega essa porra dessa arma aí. Eu acho que se eu tentar mover a arma pra longe, eu vou levar um tiro. Aí, vamos ver.
Declan is focused on me. I have to make this moment count. Declan is focused on me. I have to make this moment count.
A prova tá fácil, a prova. Acho que eu vou nessa, gente.
I'm safe for the moment, but what then?
Então.
I'll lose sight of Declan and he might focus on Anna.
Sim! Eu vou tentar pegar.
If I can get close enough, I can stop Declan from using his gun.
Sim.
It's definitely risky.
Meu filho. Vamos nessa, foda-se, gente. Vai, Ana! Filho da puta! Agora liga! Isso.
Hello? A woman has been shot. I need an ambulance. Just hurry! Okay, good. Stay with me. You have to stay with me.
Ela foi baleada no intestino. Você acha que ela tá bem?
Anna, please.
Eita, coitada. Fica me olhando, pelo amor de Deus. Ana, você vai morrer, Ana!
Carrie James at 1043 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. You heard the news today? The local cop who died in that fatal shooting last week is apparently the head of a small opioid ring right here in Basswood. Crazy. It's believed he used his position to bring in drugs from all over the county and that he murdered 2 people in an attempted cover-up. Good news, however, the journalist who was wounded while confronting the rogue cop was released from the hospital today.
Deu certo, amigões! Foi salva!
Looks like I'm not the only one who's come to visit Anna.
Eu vivi! Você viveu, Ana? Nossa, mas ela anda numa lentidão. Ah, tá.
Sam, hold your horses. Anna's busy with the sheriff. You should probably give him a moment or two.
Sure, Joe. How you been?
How have I been? Son, I appreciate you being here for Anna, but it don't change what happened. My girl's hurt real bad. Why didn't you promise? Did you know you couldn't protect her?
É, tipo isso.
I just knew it didn't feel right.
Next time, maybe find someone else's daughter to get shot.
I didn't force Anna to come with me. She was there because she wanted to be.
She was there because you started rocking the damn boat again. Ah, go talk to my daughter before I change my mind and kick you out.
Eu, hein?
Where are they? Where are Dad's notebooks? The yellow legal pad ones?
You can get them later. You need to say hello to the guests who just arrived.
The yellow ones were Dad's favorites. I wanted to start using them. They've got to be here somewhere. Just
Joan
give me
Waldron.
a minute.
Don't make me say it again.
Fine. I guess it doesn't really matter. Careful, Muley. She's in one of her moods.
Ela ou você?
I'm sorry you had to see that. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
It's not surprising, given what happened. This town is no place for a teenager. Kathy, now is the time to get out of Basswood.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave. You've always managed to get Joan to talk to you. Any advice?
Procure ajuda pro seu vício. O problema não é Joan.
You can't keep blaming her for everything. You also have to work on your own issues.
What? Who are you to say that to me? You don't know the first thing about me.
I know Joan feels you don't listen to her. She told me last week she was about to leave for her aunt's. She even told me about your pills, Kathy.
She did. And you didn't think to come warn me? This shows how much you really care about her. Anyway, I was going to take some time off work, get myself together. After everything that's happened, I figured it's time I got a hold of things. I didn't need you to tell me that. Take care of yourself, Sam.
É, o outro não tá comigo, então... Eu não queria chegar nela e falar assim, você tem que cuidar dos seus vícios, sua drogadinha. Eu lá vou querer falar isso pra ela. Falei que a culpa não era da mina. E aí, gente, o que eu tenho que fazer? Nossa, gente, eu tô com a perna assada.
Hey, Bug.
Hey, Muley.
How are you holding up?
Mulinho.
Fine, I guess. Well, at least that's what most people want me to say when they ask.
Essa menina adolescente onde, gente? Tem 2 centímetros de altura.
Come on, Bug. I want to know how you feel. How you really feel.
I guess better today than yesterday? Maybe. I still miss Dad. But finding out what happened to him, I don't know, makes me feel a bit better. It's not bad, but it makes me feel better, right?
No, it's not bad. I feel the same way.
Hey, Muley. Are you staying around this time?
I can't stay, Bug.
Oh. Oh.
I talked to your mom. She's gonna try to do better by you. It won't be easy, but I know you can be strong. You have to try to work with her. She's still your mom.
I'll try. I'm gonna miss you, Muley. I'll really miss you.
Me too, Bug. I need to find Anna. Call me whenever you want to. Deal?
Yeah. Deal.
Walter!
Walter.
Samuel, my boy. As I live and breathe. I kept meaning to call, but phones are so... impersonal. How are you holding up?
Well, let's say that I've had better weeks.
Not a hard thing to believe. You went through something terrible, but I'm glad you came out the other end. I've had a brush myself with the Maker here and there, and I would never call them fun. Not fun at all. Life-affirming, though, definitely. Even for those close to you, it leaves a mark. Now, 2 members of my family of heart are gone. One is wounded. That day, you said you need to ride until you can't anymore. Well, this is as far as I go. The Basswood Jungle has printed its last pages.
It's making you think it's finally the right time to retire, huh?
Believe me, it doesn't feel right one bit, but my flame has run its course. Without Nick, without Dennis.
Ai, a
Can't run a
muito
paper by yourself.
obrigada pela raid!
Nor would I want to. Well, I've taken
Muito
up enough of your time.
obrigada!
I'll leave you to the other guests. Drop me a
Mandou
line
muito
sometime.
amor, chato! Sejam muito bem-vindos! Tô terminando aqui um joguinho. Viemos trazer amor. Muito obrigada!
And you make sure to push yourself. Get some fresh air.
Eu tô terminando
Don't let
aqui
these
um
doctors
joguinho chamado
keep you
Twin
cooped up for
Mirror.
too long now.
Mirror.
Oh, Sam, you're finally here. I was looking for you. Now, I know you've been through hell and back. I know that. If there's anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, well, I got some good news for you for once. We found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. And since your testimony and Anna's corroborate Dickie's statement, no charges are going to be filed against you or Anna. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
Cadê a faquinha? Cadê a faquinha?
I'm gonna make sure that what happened to Nick is big news.
I know you will, sweetie. Just keep something in mind. I think God put an angel and a devil in each of us when we were born. We spend our whole lives watching them fight it out. And most days, that little angel comes out on top. But we all have times when it's the devil who's in charge.
Ai, o que eu vou falar pra ela?
We make our own decisions, Bess, and we have to live with them.
And I can promise you one thing. I won't let another Declan happen again. You have my word on that. Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid duty calls. Look after yourself, Sam.
Posso entrar finalmente pra falar com a mulher? Gente, a mulher evaporou. Gente, não é possível. Cadê? Ah, ela sentou ali. Agora ele vai ficar andando por 5 horas até chegar lá. Nossa, que homem rápido.
So,
I wasn't sure you'd show up at all.
I meant to get here before, but... You look better?
Better than last week, I guess, but that's setting a low bar. It could have been even worse if you hadn't... You saved my life.
Eu te fiz levar tiro, né? Mas tudo bem. Te botei em risco, nós salvamos um...
I'm also the reason you were in danger.
Except you aren't. Dickie would have still broken into my house.
It's true. I really wish we'd gotten what was in those files.
The guy who was behind it all broke his neck trying to kill us. Case closed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You guess. You're alive. Let it go and enjoy having lived. I am.
Gente, mas e o computador do Nick?
Yeah, I can see that. So what are you gonna do next
Achei que ele ia
with your
beijar
unshot and healthy body?
Terminar o artigo do Nick, pôr a minha vida em... Vou terminar o artigo do
I'll
Nick.
finish up Nick's article. It's the least I can do for him.
It's the least we can do. We'll finish the article together.
I should go.
I had a feeling you would say that. You stay out of trouble, Sam Higgs. And maybe don't wait so long to darken my doorstep again.
I guess we'll just have to see, won't we?
Ai, caralho. Tava mexendo... Rakan Sem Pena, muito obrigada pelo sub! Seja muito bem-vindo, meu amor chato! Muito obrigada. Tentando fingir que está tudo bem. Tão perdida quanto a filha. Tenta aparentar que está no controle, mas claramente se deixou afetar pelo que aconteceu. E agora, gente? Só quero mijar. Quero que a deixe em paz. Se sente abandonada. Não há o que fazer. Ah, lógico que há o que fazer. Acho que foram as minhas escolhas no final. Se sente culpada, não vai conseguir manter o jornal. Preste a se aposentar. Bom. Comida caseira. Trazida pelos convidados para a Ana.
Stuff. Anna won't have to buy food for weeks.
Nossa, gente, que exagero. Que exagero, weeks. E aí? É só vazar? Ah, vai embora. É isso mesmo.
Mr. Higgs, not surprised to see you here.
I'm a little surprised to see you.
I'm just giving my well wishes to Miss Miller. You did the right thing rooting out that ruffian. The town is better for it.
Right or wrong, it doesn't feel good. People got hurt.
That may be true.
Esse cara é meio estranho.
Still, what you did helped everyone. Really bolstered the common good. Be proud.
Ele é farmacêutico, ele tinha recomendado opioide pra Kat. Tem coisa aí, tem coisa aí.
Common good. I've heard that before.
Good.
Common good shit, right?
I know what she'll say. Calm down. Think of the common good.
I don't understand. It's not that easy to leave.
Kathy, could she be the supplier?
Get out the way.
Something's missing. How did Declan know I was meeting Dennis?
Heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night.
Go check on Joan.
O farmacêutico viu! Tinha um cartão dele no chão!
Who told Declan?
Your barroom brawl. I did best to prevent you from following that other man outside.
Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
Nick suspected a drug ring flourished after the mine closed.
I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. Good. Young man, is everything all right?
Tá sim, filha da puta!
I was lost in thought. And I've been lost in thought a lot lately.
Oh, yes. I'm sure you have a lot to think about.
Nick never put it together. He was too close. It was you.
What exactly are you trying to say?
It wasn't enough to be a pill mill like every other two-bit pharmacy. You've been skimming. Extra boxes lost, records forged, ending up with Declan.
Nah. That is a very serious accusation. The kind that without proof...
Meu amor, eu tenho palácio mental na minha cabeça. Eu sei de tudo.
court of public opinion doesn't need documentation or a trail of evidence. 3 people are dead. Their trails all lead back to you.
You seem to have me confused for a criminal mastermind. I'm just a small-town businessman. I go where there's opportunity. And I've helped this town. I've created jobs. I've invested. I never forced anyone to do anything. I've only given people what they wanted. What they needed. I was here. I rolled up my sleeves and I got to work. Where were you?
I'm here now. My sleeves are rolled up and I'm getting to work. I'm not asking for you to explain. I just wanted you to know. I wanted to look you in the eye before I brought your whole world down.
Joe, Kathy, Joan.
Don't you threaten them.
I would never, but you do. Why do you think Nick never wrote his article? Never went to the police?
E morreu.
Kathy was always in the way. You used Kathy as a shield.
Come now, you knew him. You think he was so easily misguided? A little girl's future and a girlfriend with an aging father? Both cost money. People always find ways to get what they want. The question is, who profits? Criminals? Mobsters?
Muito obrigada pela
They are
raid.
the middleman.
Sejam muito bem-vindos. Desculpa, eu não vi, eu tô muito concentrada.
He wasn't like that.
Muito obrigada. Feliz aniversário,
He was going to
Tris.
bury the story.
Eu falei aqui e não li. O que ele falou? O que ele disse? Agora no fim, que eu não vi? Perdi bem esse final. Que você não conhecia o Nick. O Nick aceitou o suborno? Se ele aceitou o suborno, por que ele morreu?
It doesn't matter what lies you tell. I knew who Nick really was.
Talvez era isso que o Dennis queria mostrar.
If misguided. People rarely show their friends who they really are. What Nick did is irrelevant. What matters is what you'll be doing. If you drop this misguided effort to accuse a kindly old man of heinous acts, I promise Kathy, Joe, and Joan will want for nothing. However, if you follow through with this foolishness, I only doubt I'd spend even a single day behind bars. I'm old. I have money and lawyers, and when I speak, people listen. But what of Nick, who took bribes, buried the truth? What will his daughter think when I have no choice but to reveal he is just another dirty reporter? And let's not forget poor Kathy, who worked directly for me. It would at least cost her her job. Isn't being a single parent hard enough? Don't throw their lives away, Sam. Learn from your mistakes.
Vai se fuder.
You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna finish what Nick started. Maybe you'll go to jail, maybe not. But people will know what you did. And they'll all know the common good never factored in. You did it all for yourself. And I'll make sure the life you've built burns for it.
Isso aí. Isso aí. Só que agora você tá fudido. Filho da puta.
Well, folks, I hope you got your seatbelts on, because we've got one nasty story coming up. 2 years ago, West Virginia, a small mining town loses its mind. Income plummets, unemployment skyrockets. The stage is set for an unscrupulous pharmacist to roll into town. Two years later, over 1 million pills were shipped to the small West Virginian town of Basswood, many sold right here on our streets. The article by journalist Samuel Higgs goes on. Information brought to light in this article led to the investigation of Hugh Kirkland, a seemingly respectable senior who turned out to be the mastermind behind this pill mill scheme. The Basswood Police Department is now under investigation. How the small town of Basswood can recover from such a blow is anyone's guess. All right, time to kick up your feet on the dashboard.
Uhul! Deu bom, amigos! Que jogo bom da porra! Gente, que jogo bom! Meu Deus, muito obrigada, Carolítica, pelo jogo!